back to Jessy's World. Now, I know we said we were going to start a new series this week,
But alas, because of her AHDD, she forgot some stuff she still needs to add. Wait, AHAD?
ADHD.
Oh, right, sorry about that. Sometimes I see letters backwards. I think I have dyslexia.
It's dyslexia, Bernice, and I don't have ADHD. Where was I? Anyways, I think it's really important that we also cover disappointment and how to deal with it.
Well, that's disappointing.
I'm going to teach you the 3 steps you need to know to turn disappointment into victory. We've been talking all about God's promises for you and how important it is for you to wait well and not waste your wait. But what happens when the wait is over and you didn't receive what you were A, believing for, and B, waiting for?
You die! I mean, what's the point? Just give up. Wave the white flag. I surrender. I surrender.
Never give up, never surrender.
No, Bernice. No, that's not pull yourself together. I would like to talk through how to deal with disappointment and how to not let it distract you from the goodness of God. First off, let me tell you that I am the queen of disappointment. Okay, I have had so many emotional ups and downs that Disney should pay me to be their next big roller coaster. I could make a fortune. And if I'm being honest, I suppose I can tend to let disappointment drive me sometimes.
You suppose? Well, I suppose the sky is blue.
Look who's talking.
Touche. I tip my hat to you. Well played, Jordan.
And I can tell you from experience that every time I've given in to disappointment, it has only brought me pain and defeat. But here's the deal, guys. Disappointment is inevitable. Okay, we live in a sin-filled world.
Wow, this just keeps getting better and better.
And dealing with disappointment is especially inevitable for anyone who's pursuing a life of miracles. Okay, but dealing with disappointment and getting distracted by disappointment are 2 completely different things. One can move you forward while the other one pulls you back. So we gotta learn how to process disappointment and not get stuck in disappointment. Yikes. So now I wanna go ahead and share a little personal story with you guys. About 7 years ago, my husband Josh was applying for the Secret Service.
POTUS has left the building. I repeat, POTUS has left the building. And go Tango. Roger, Dodger. And all that jazz.
This was like his 3rd time applying, and he finally got a call to go forward with the interview. So he gets this thing called ELAC, which is a 1-day elimination process, and you basically go through all your written tests, polygraph screenings, panel interviews, regular interviews, physicals, anything you can think of. You do it all in 1 day. Well, this process usually is a several-month process, but with ELAC, they do it all in one big 12-hour day.
Wow.
Well, candidates are eliminated as the day goes on. Like if they don't pass a certain written test or an interview doesn't go well, they're out. Nerve-wracking, I know. And not to mention the fact that this has been Josh's dream job since he was in the 5th grade.
Ooh, I'm sweating just thinking about it. I would never pass that polygraph test. Too many skeletons in my closet. We all have a past.
Okay. Well, anyways, before the big day came, Josh had 2 weeks to prepare. So he bought all these books and study tests, and he is studying his brains out. He is so nervous and excited. I mean, we both are. So anyways, one night as he's studying, I decided to go to the Lord in prayer, and I asked God to give me a word to encourage Josh, something I can tell him that will lift him up.
She raised him up so he could pass all his tests.
Well, not only did God give me encouragement, but he gave me a promise for Josh. I was busy looking in my Bible for some passage in Isaiah, couldn't find it. Instead, a piece of paper falls out of my Bible with a specific verse on it. I don't even know where this piece of paper came from. I go to that verse, and God speaks as clear as day to me, and he says, what doors he shuts, no one can open, and what doors he opens, no one can close. See, I have placed before you an open door. Hello, I was ecstatic. So I shared what God told me with Josh, and we clung to that promise throughout the entire process. And when the big day comes and Josh is at ELAC, he is surrounded by highly qualified candidates. About 100 other people are there, and they all have, more degrees than Josh, speak more languages than Josh, have more experience than Josh. But as the day goes on, one by one, they're all eliminated. And at the end of the day, Josh is left with just a handful of people. Josh, the underdog, Josh, the one with little to no experience. God did it. During Josh's last interview, the interviewer tells Josh that he's going to be a great fit for the Secret Service. And he welcomes him to the team and he gives him a conditional job offer. So we go and we tell all our family and some of our friends, and they're all sharing in the excitement with us. And we even tell our place of employment so they can, prepare for our absence. I mean, we are on cloud 9.
Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Woo!
Well, hold up, Bernice, because this story, it starts to take a turn.
Oh, let me get the popcorn.
Well, about a month later, Josh gets an email saying that they have removed his job offer and they are no longer considering him for the Secret Service. And they don't tell us why. And they don't have to, because apparently they reserve the right not to share that information.
And enter disappointment. I'm ready for my close-up now.
Needless to say, Josh was devastated. I mean, devastated, and so was I. I had thought for sure that I had heard from God about this.
Somebody needs a hearing aid.
What?
Exactly.
No, I can hear you fine. I mean, what are you talking about?
Well, you did just turn 45. I'm just saying. You're getting up there, lady. You're getting up there.
Okay. I guess I just didn't understand why God would give us the job in the first place and get us so over the moon excited just to take it away. I don't understand why he would allow that. And these are questions that I still have because they've never been answered, especially since my husband had to go through so much heartache. I mean, it took him years to heal from that, and he's still healing from that. It still hurts.
Well, he won't hurt for long. When we all cross that chasm into the pearly gates, there will be no more tears. No more tears, Josh! No more tears. And that, my friends, that has been fact-checked.
Don't remind me.
Well, this disappointment really shook my faith. I mean, it made me want to stop believing God for big things. It made me want to stop believing for pregnancy, stop believing for healing.
No! No!
If disappointment has taken you out in the past, or if disappointment is taking you out right now, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I have other stories of disappointment I could share that I'm sure you could relate to as well.
That's okay. We don't need any more negative. Just move along to the positive, okay? I got karate class at 4:30, so chip chop.
Listen, don't make the same mistakes I did. Don't stop believing God for big things.
Now that's a prayer.
If you stop believing God for big things, you're not going to see big things. And it's not because God doesn't want to do big things for you. It's because somewhere along the way you got disappointed. And you let that disappointment take root in your heart. Just like I did.
A tragedy. I was hoping for a comedy, but alas, a tragedy.
Well, hold up again, Bernice. Because although disappointment can definitely feel like a tragedy, it's actually a great tool to strengthen our faith and to strengthen our trust. So disappointment no longer has to be a tragedy, but disappointment can be a victory.
She is God!
And to find out how to turn disappointment from tragedy to victory, you're going to have to join me next time as we continue in part 2 of the series, Disappointment or Victory.
What? You can't leave us on this cliffhanger. I mean, come on, man.
Bernice, you were the one who said you had karate class.
That's right. Oh, arigato. Konnichiwa. Mr. Roboto. Okay. See ya.
So next time I'm going to share 3 simple steps to turn disappointment from tragedy to victory. But until then, remember, keep believing God for big things. Even with the disappointment, keep believing. And don't forget, you are not alone. We are all in this together. God loves you, and so do I. Bye!